Hi, good morning, and welcome to your Chapter 2 summative assessment about fractions. So, a few things that you could use on this assessment are your notes and a multiplication chart. We have a multiplication chart available for you on our Schoology page. Please print that out or pull it up as a separate tab on your screen. You can also Google one if you find one that works better for you. So I'm going to go over dividing mixed numbers in this one example to give you a little bit of a refresher, and especially if you don't have all your notes together right now, I encourage you to write them down because all of the skills that I talk about in this problem are going to be asked of you moving forward on this assessment. So let's go ahead and get started. First, I'm going to turn my mixed numbers into improper fractions. And I'm making a note to myself, and I'm abbreviating mixed numbers, MN, and improper fractions, IF, because I understand that that is the first thing I need to do. So I am going to start with my denominator, multiply it by the whole number, and add the numerator. And then I'm going to do the same thing with my second one. And here I am back to dividing fractions. Okay. When I divide fractions, I know that I need to keep, change, multiply, or copy, dot, flip. Okay. So I'm going to copy that first fraction, turn the dot into a multiplication, or the division symbol into a multiplication symbol, and flip my second fraction. These two fractions here are reciprocals of each other. Okay. So at this point, I need to multiply, and what I choose to do is I choose to simplify first. So when I simplify first, I am either cross-simplifying or cross-canceling. So I am going to look at 3 and 2, which do not share any other common factors other than 1. I can't divide 3 and 2 by any of the same numbers other than 1. And I'm going to look at 5 and 5. And because they're the same number, they definitely share a common factor of 5. So 5 divided by 5 is 1, and 5 divided by 5 is 1. So now I can multiply across the top. One times 2 is 2, and 3 times 1 is 3. Now, since I simplified, I'm going to squeeze and simplify up here. Since I simplified first, I don't need to simplify at the end. Now, I'm going to rewind a little bit, and I'm going to go back to this step for those of you that like to simplify in the end after multiplying. 5 times 2 is 10, and 3 times 5 is 15. Now, I know that 10 and 15 share a common factor other than 1. And I'm going to move my screen up a little bit. I can list out the factors of 10 and 15. If I didn't know, 1 times 10, 2 times 5, 1 times 15, 3 times 5. And I can see that the greatest common factor between 10 and 15 is 5. And if I divide by 5 and divide by 5 on the top and the bottom, I will end up with 2/3. So you always need to make sure you simplify. So the reason that I like to simplify before I multiply is because the numbers are smaller and a little bit more manageable to work with. If I simplify after I multiply, the numbers are larger. So it doesn't matter which preference you have, just make sure you always simplify and give a simplified fraction. Your answers can be also in improper fractions as long as the numerator and the denominator do not share any common factors. Okay, so take out your notes, make sure you reference this video or this information here, use a multiplication chart, take a deep breath, try your best, and good luck.